Good. The October 2025 meeting of the City of Scranton Zoning Hearing Board will now come to order. Will the zoning officer please take roll?
Mr. Gattens.
Here.
Mr. Welby.
Here.
Mr. Walsh.
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with the Pennsylvania State Sunshine Law, this board shall render its decision on each case either at the end of each hearing or within 45 days of the hearing. If you are to give testimony in a case, please come to the podium, raise your right hand, and wait to be sworn in. After being sworn in, state your name and address, and then proceed with your testimony. Also, anyone giving testimony who does not become a party to the case may obtain a written decision from the zoning office. I also have two announcements of law. If you are granted a variance or a special exception, you must wait 30 days from the date of our decision to obtain the necessary permits to start work. However, you may obtain a permit sooner by signing a waiver that any work done during that 30-day period is at your own risk. A favorable decision by this board shall expire 12 months from the date of said authorization in accordance with Article 10.3C of the zoning ordinance. If you fail to obtain the necessary permits or do not comply with any or all conditions of said authorization, you must seek an extension. Is there any remarks from the board? Could we attest to the verification of the postings?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Could we call the first case, please?
The first case, Chris Verchuk seeks variance to allow a greater number of chickens than permitted at 2 Leslie Drive, R6 zone.
You want to pull that microphone over towards where you're speaking, and were you going to swear them in, or did you want me to swear them? You going to swear them in?
Thank you.
Yes. Good evening. My name is Chris Verchuk of 2 Leslie Drive in Scranton. I have lived at this location since 2002. We have had chickens for over 1 year. The chicken coop we have is a deluxe Amish-built coop that looks beautiful. We wanted to be sure when we got the coop that it would not take away the value of our home or be a visual burden to us or our neighborhood. The deluxe coop protects the chickens from all predators and the elements. We have chickens. We do not have roosters, nor at any time have we had roosters. We do not want roosters. Our lot is on the corner of Leslie Drive and State Route 307. We do not let the chickens run free due to a fear of being killed by a hawk or the traffic of Route 307. My son has social anxiety issues, and we have found that the caring of the chickens has done wonders for his issue. He is learning important lessons in discipline by taking care of the chickens daily, and he is learning social interactions by giving the eggs away. He enjoys helping out the community by giving the eggs he collects to people of the neighborhood who ask, our church, and the residents of Luther Woods Senior Apartments. He has just started 9th grade in Scranton High School, and now the fear of losing these pets would be a much add to his anxiety level. We have visited the residents of Leslie Drive and their surrounding area, collecting signatures with the petition that states that they do not have an issue with the amount of chickens we have. While speaking with the people of Leslie Drive, most residents did not even know we had chickens on our property. We have never had a complaint of noise or odors from any of the neighbors. The coop is in a location that cannot be seen from the street. There is a 6-foot descent from Route 307 blocked off by forsythia shrubbery, so the chickens cannot be seen from Route 307. We take great pride in keeping our property very clean and properly maintained. Our son Eli has built a relationship with these chickens, giving them names from each of the characters of the television show The Office. They all have their own personalities and respond to him personally. They are not just chickens for eggs, but they act as an emotional support tool for Eli. Whereas most teenagers are spending their time with video games and social media, Eli has learned a great Christian lesson that it is better to give than receive. He takes great pride in giving out the eggs to those who need them. You may ask, why do we need so many chickens? With the number of chickens we have, Eli collects anywhere between 8 and 12 eggs a day. So he gets to give away a dozen of eggs daily to those who want them. This is his mission, to help out the community, and we all know with the price of eggs lately, this is actually making a difference for some people. It has greatly done wonders for his social anxiety issues. It would be devastating to make him choose which chickens have to go. It would also ruin the progress he has made with the social interactions by giving out the eggs. We have never received any complaints from anyone. Eli is giving away free eggs to those who need them. We ask you to vote in favor to grant us a variance on the number of chickens allowed on our property. Thank you.
My son Eli has chickens in our yard, no roosters. We received a certified letter on September 11th, 2025, indicating that he can have no more than 2 chickens on our property. As soon as we received this letter, my husband went down to the zoning board and was told that we can file an appeal for a variance, which he applied for immediately. Eli has had these chickens for well over a year, and there have been no issues regarding them. Back when he got the chickens, my husband and Eli thoroughly researched online to make sure we were not doing anything wrong and that it was okay to have the chickens. They saw that we were not allowed to have a rooster, so at no time have we ever had a rooster. He only has hens. We purchased an $8,500 Amish-made chicken coop from Green Acres located in eastern Pennsylvania. The receipt of the sale is on hand, the packet that my son gave you. The coop is completely enclosed on all 4 sides. There's a fenced-in area attached to the coop, so at no time are any of the hens wandering the yard. My son keeps the coop clean and well-maintained. We do not live in an urban area. We live in a suburban area. Our house is located on a corner lot, so we have 307 in our backyard, and to the right of us is our yard and 307, because our property is triangular shaped. On the left, there is a house. There is yard between that house and ours. We also have a large Amish-made feed box that we purchased that blocks the chickens from the neighboring house. We have an additional feed box that holds the chicken food so that it is securely contained to keep rodents and wildlife at bay. My husband was told that we can try and start a petition, which we did. We went to all houses on our street and spoke to our neighbors. At no time has anyone on our block complained about our chickens. Most of our neighbors stated they did not even know that we had chickens. The neighbor directly across from us said he never hears them. My husband and Eli spoke to our new neighbor in the house next to us, and he stated, "I heard you have chickens over here." Chris answered, "Yes, my son Eli has chickens, but you do not have to worry because he does not let them run free." He responded, "You can let all the chickens run all over my property. We don't care. We have nothing against chickens." Chris said, "That's awesome, but we never let them run free because we are afraid of hawks." Eli is a great, well-behaved 15-year-old boy who suffers from severe anxiety and social anxiety. Sorry. This incident has added to his anxiety and has caused him much grief. He is devastated to think that he may have to choose between what chickens he can keep and which he may have to get rid of. He loves them all the same. He was in tears when he first found out. He stated he is having a hard time concentrating in school, is having difficulty falling asleep, and he's constantly talking about it because he's just so worried about this whole situation. Having chickens are calming. Having these chickens is good for him. They relieve his anxiety. Throughout the years, Eli has seen 3 different counselors, and all that did was create more anxiety in him, so he stopped seeing them. It just didn't work for him. We find that these chickens help relieve his anxiety. He tends to them every day. He cleans up after them, cleans their coop to make sure it stays clean. He makes sure they have food and water every day. We are a Christian family, and these chickens primarily help Eli with his ministry that he loves of reaching out to neighbors and the community. He collects their eggs and happily and graciously gives the eggs out to anyone who wants them. It brings him great joy knowing he is making a difference in helping others out. As I stated before, at no time are they wandering aimlessly around our yard. When my son does take them out to graze, he takes them out 2 at a time, keeping them close to the coop and monitoring them at all times for fear that a hawk will get them. The only other time they are out of the coop is when he takes them out 1 at a time to give them one-on-one time with him. These chickens are sweet. They all have their own little personalities. He has named them after characters from the show The Office. He developed a friendship with them one-on-one. When they hear his voice, they come over to him. They have been very therapeutic to him and his anxiety, much like an emotionally support animal. We are asking that you show my son grace. Please help him, please, to continue his ministry, and please don't make him have to choose between the chickens. Please grant us a variance that will allow my son to keep his chickens on our property. Thank you. And I realize I forgot to state my name and address. My name is Laurel Verchuk from 2 Leslie Drive, Scranton.
Good evening. My name is Eli Verchuk of 2 Leslie Drive, Scranton. I would like to begin by acknowledging that public speaking is not my strength, but I'm willing to do it for something I'm passionate about. This is one of those times. I also apologize if I sound a bit unusual today. I am in a lot of pain as I just had dental surgery within the past 24 hours. I got chickens over a year ago. Excuse me. I got chickens over a year ago to help the community and give away eggs. At no time have I ever had roosters, and I will not be getting roosters. These chickens are kept very clean, and they don't make much noise. If you refer to page 3 of the provided folder, you will find a Facebook comment by Alexis Abdallah Gonzalez, and I quote, "I have never seen such a behaved, quiet, and well-cared-for bunch of chicks." You can also refer to the second Facebook comment on page 3 by Al Verchuk, and I quote, "I sat and ate by those chickens for 3 hours today. They are kept spotless." Al Verchuk's comment received at least 6 likes. If you turn to page 4 in the provided folder, you will find another Facebook comment by Alexis Abdallah Gonzalez, and I quote, "Those eggs are important to our community. They've helped a lot of people when egg prices soared, and Eli proudly gave them to his neighbors, no cost ever. This young man takes care of his entire setup, which is impressive to say the least. Not a thing out of place. Never any mess, no noise, and not a bother to anyone. He works on this all day. He pours his heart into it. Not to mention he saved my son's dog more than once and returned him home when he was wandering to danger. This kid is a good kid, doing great service." That Facebook comment received at least 3 hearts. As you can see, my chickens are not hurting or bothering anyone, but rather used for me to better serve the community. They are in a beautiful, close to $9,000 custom chicken coop with plenty of space. The bill of sale is on page 5 and 6 in the provided folder, and photos of the chicken coop are on pages 1 and 2. I have gotten very close to these chickens and built a relationship with each of them. with each and every one of them. They are all named after the show The Office, which is set in Scranton, Pennsylvania. They come when they hear my voice, and whenever I go to take a picture of them, they all come running to the camera, and I make sure they are well cared for, properly cleaned and maintained. I even bring eggs to the church for whomever wants them. If anyone ever asks for eggs, I will give them the eggs, no questions asked. I care for these chickens more than anything and could never choose between them, as they are my pets and I love them all equally. Thank you for listening to me, and I kindly request for you to vote in my favor for this variance, not just for me and my family, but for the entire community of the city of Scranton. Thank you.
So I was up there yesterday, and Eli, I hope your dental procedure went well. You spoke very good. I mean, I know you were nervous coming up here as we spoke, or the day before yesterday. You know, my days are mixed up, but I was very impressed with what you had set up there, and I said that to you. This is a tough case, and this is a tough vote, because The ordinance is 2 chickens, as we all know, and if people don't in the audience know, that is the ordinance, is 2 chickens, and our concern is if we expand it to you, then someone else comes up for us on Webster Avenue or in Market Street with the same thing. Consistency is part of what we're supposed to be. I don't know. I'm being straightforward with you. I just don't know. I know your passion for what you have there, and I seen it when we spoke. See if there's anybody else here on this.
Is there anyone here to give testimony on this case? Anybody want to speak on this case? Anybody from the audience want to speak? There is not.
So let's go back a little bit, because I'm going to try to get as much clarity as I can. You mentioned why you had 15, so let's go back to that again. Why 15? Why not 10? Why not 8?
It's just an amount of number of chickens that we had, and with the coop that's kept heat, it's with that number of 15 that we have, he's able to give away, we gather between 8 and 12 eggs a day.
Yeah.
So he's able to give away approximately a dozen eggs a day.
Yeah.
And even though the coop is heated, so that's all through the winter as well. So it keeps them up.
I just wish that, I know it sounded like you did some research on it. I just wish you did some research before you went and spent all that money of how many you were allowed to have in the yard. Did you said you were doing research on what you could and could not have.
Before we started the whole chicken project, we mapped out our yard and with the thing, and we went to the city website, the Scranton website, and what we thought is the website was a bit vague, so we thought we were following an ordinance of it. We did not see the maximum number at the time.
I'm sure, as you can tell, Mr. Gattens is having a hard time with this decision, and we're not here to hurt anybody. We want to see your son do very well, but we do have rules that we have to follow by, unfortunately, I'm not saying how these guys are going to vote, but it's unfortunately we have some rules we have to follow, and if we let you do it, we have to let the next guy do it too.
Now, before they changed this ordinance, what was the original number? 4? Was it 4 chickens?
No, the original number was 2,
Was
but
it 2?
it didn't, the original ordinance didn't prohibit roosters.
Right.
So that was the one change, yeah.
All right, thank God.
As I stated before, when we first started the whole project, we wanted to make sure before investing all the money into it that we went onto the website, we checked the thing, as we stated, it was a bit vague. We didn't actually see the maximum number permitted per property. Sure.
Yes, we weren't trying to get away with anything. We just didn't know. Yeah, I know. It's just we really didn't know.
No, I mean, nobody is thinking that up here. This is just damn hard, I'll be honest with you,
And at no time do we plan on increasing them. And like I said, he has several different breeds of chickens, Rhode Island Reds, the Leghorns. The lifespan is not that great, so we do not plan on replacing any chickens that pass away naturally. So we do not, this is it. These chickens, that's it. Once they go, they're gone. So we do not plan on replacing them, like if we'll fall back into the ordinance once their lifespan's over.
And I would just like to reiterate, these eggs do go to people, neighbors, residents of Lutherwood Senior Apartments in Oakmont. They go to the church. They go to people who some need them. And when, like with prices of eggs these days, some people do need these eggs.
Eli, there's no doubt you're a top-notch young man, and I mean that from my heart. Your mission is unbelievable, and you're great at what you do. And as Mr. Waltz said, sometimes our hands are tied on these ordinances and stuff, and it goes back to what I said before. we approved this ordinance, and then on the other side of the mountain, there's another family that came before council a couple weeks ago regarding chickens that, and then they have roosters. I mean, that's an easy one to get rid of the roosters, but they have chickens, and I don't know how many they have. We'll say they have 6. I'm just throwing a number out.
We do not have roosters, have never had.
I know, Eli. I know you don't. I know, believe me.
Right.
And it sounds like you got some great neighbors up there, and
We do.
just an idea that maybe you can maybe spread some of these chickens around to some of the neighbors, and, you know, maybe it's possible you can work together in the neighborhood, you know? I mean,
Our one concern of that is, that's why we got such an expensive chicken coop.
I understand.
Just because, I mean, there have been bear up in our area. There's coyotes, you know, coming up from probably, I can't think of the street, below us. Sure. Elmhurst Boulevard. And, you know, there's hawks all the time. So we're a little concerned with having other people take the chickens because we're just afraid that they're not going to be safe.
Oh, we completely understand.
And I just would like to plead, if it could just be like a case-by-case basis. I don't know if that's possible.
I don't think anybody is actively out there driving by people's yards looking to count your chickens. So no matter how the vote goes, I'm sure you can slowly make it happen.
I'm in the same boat that my coworkers here are. I totally sympathize. You're doing a beautiful thing. You've got a really nice, clean place up there. It's well taken care of. I like all of the things you're doing. I think it's really good for this young man to do what he's doing for himself, for you, and for, again, the neighborhood. It seems, again, a lot of your neighbors are, you know, quite in for it and enjoy the fact that Eli is doing something he loves. I sympathize with it. It's a difficult decision for us to make. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're thinking.
Make a motion.
I'm going to make a motion.
Second.
Oh, sorry. Second it.
Mr. Gaddis.
I've been doing this 7 years, and this is the hardest case we ever had for me. And I'm sure my co-members up here are going to feel the same way. Because of the ordinance, and the ordinance isn't that old, and the regulations that were put on there to restrict the numbers throughout the city and everything, I have to vote no.
Mr. Welby.
No.
Mr. Chairman.
And like we all said, it's not a personal thing. We hope you can somehow make it work with the chickens. It's not personal, but the vote is no, and they've been denied 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We call the next case, please.
Ward O. Smith IV seeks variance to conduct vehicle repairs at 2518 North Main Avenue, R10 zone.
That's tough to follow. My name is Ward Smith. Yep. So help me God. So, my name is Ward Smith. I'm here to seek a zoning variance to allow us to perform vehicle repairs at the property on 2518 North Main Avenue in Scranton. The property is currently zoned for auto sales, but not for auto repair. I purchased the shop approximately 10 years ago. When I bought it, it was used as a PA inspection station, and from what I understood, they did repairs there. However, it may not have been zoned that at the time, or it may have fallen out of that zoning since then. I used it for personal vehicles and to maintain summer and winter plows and landscaping equipment that I had. Prior to the PA inspection station, it was used as a auto sales place for Porsche, used Porsche parts and stuff like that. It is uniquely set up to be a vehicle, either sales or maintenance location. It is a 3-car, 3-bay garage with an office in the front, with a separate bathroom for customers, set up as a handicap bathroom. So it is set up as a vehicle repair location. I don't know why it was ever not zoned for vehicle repairs, but here we are. We have put an auto lift in. We have cleaned up the property. We do have a lot of vehicles of my own that accumulated there over the past 10 years. I have a problem with purchasing vehicles and not really getting them to where I need them to be, and so we're fixing them all up and getting rid of them now to open up the space. I do have a renter already prepared to enter the property. He has secured licensing. He's been in the industry for probably his entire life. He knows a lot of the vehicle repair locations in Scranton. He has connections with tire sales places, so he can source materials and goods as he needs for auto repairs. As I've been there over 10 years, I have gotten to know all the neighbors. They have all been great to me. We have helped them when needed, cut their grass, picked up their mail, helped them with their kids and dogs. It is a tough spot because of road maintenance that's been going on. That main street of Scranton has been torn up for the past few years. Troop Street has been torn up for a while, so when there was vehicles that had to get moved off of those streets, we let the neighbors park in our lots. It did get to be a bit cumbersome, so some of them we had to have moved off, but for the most part, we've opened our lot up to any of the neighbors that needed it. The place has basically been unused for the last 5 years. I've tried to rent it a couple times, but just couldn't quite find the right person. I really think I have the right person now. He's invested some time and money into the property. We've set up lighting and gotten an auto lift installed or about to be installed. So the zoning variance that I'm requesting is not that far out of its optimal use and what I think it's been used for its entire life. With that being said, if you have any questions, or I can introduce the gentleman that's renting from me.
So are there cars on the lot right now?
There are.
How many? How many?
There's probably 12 cars on the lot right now.
Okay.
Cars, trucks, and trailers.
And you said they're all going to be removed out of there?
Yes, they're all either my own personal vehicles or my family's vehicles, or his 2 vehicles of his own that he's brought on the property.
Okay. So let's just make an assumption that this goes through. Will you be, is that the gentleman there?
Yes.
And then, is he sworn in? He's sworn in. Okay.
Just give me your name.
How you doing? I'm Brennan James McIntyre. I just started renting off the property from Ward. I've been in the industry for basically my whole life. My grandfather's been very well known in the industry my whole life. I've worked in various dealerships, including Tom Messer Nissan and Tasca Ford. And I actually finally have the opportunity to start something on my own. And I found Ward, and we're just trying to get going.
Okay. So I have a couple of questions for you. Will you be storing, let's back up a little bit. Are you going to be the only mechanic work? Are you a mechanic,
Yes.
I assume?
Yes.
So are you going to be the only mechanic working there, or you have employees?
Yes, I am the only mechanic on the property.
So
Yes.
how many cars will we bring on the property at a time?
At a time, so for customers' vehicles, it would be 2
Customers for you. Besides, I mean, we know you're going to drive there, but
Yeah.
customers coming in.
2 or 3. 2 or 3.
2? Is that what you said?
Yeah, two.
Yeah. And will they be stored in the front or the back if you're not working on them?
They would be all stored in the back lot.
What will your hours be?
It'd be 8:30 to 5:30.
Weekends?
Saturdays, till 3 o'clock, most likely.
Were you looking to get your inspection license there also?
Yes, so I actually already have my PA inspection license, but I would need to be able to get set up for the inspection station as well.
I'm sorry, you do have an inspection license yourself?
Yes, I went through the classes and I have my inspection license, yep.
Were you looking to do sales there too?
Yes, eventually, that would be a goal to do. It's, like I said, it's already set up for auto sales, or as Ward said, so that would be something in the near future.
Dan, what is that zone for right now? What can he do with that building right now?
He could do the vehicle repairs.
Yeah, in our file, we have a certificate of occupancy that was issued in 1999 for vehicle sales. I would have issued a certificate, if that one said sales and repair, I would have issued a new certificate of occupancy.
So the sales is allowed?
Sales is allowed. The sales are non-conforming.
Right. It's,
Yeah.
sales are not allowed in a R10, but they're grandfathered in on the sales part of it.
So we're here for the variance for the repair part.
On the repair,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, it's in a residential area, but it is on Main Avenue, and there are multiple shops, businesses all up and down Main Avenue that have, kind of mixed up the neighborhood into more of a part commercial, part residential.
I'm sure, as they just said, most of them are probably grandfathered in before the ordinance changed.
Correct, yeah. And, I mean, the property cannot be used for anything but auto, whether it's just sales or sales and repairs. It's got 3 bays in the back. It does have 5 spots out front, so you could put 2 or 3 vehicles for sale, but you really couldn't put more than that. Everything would end up in the back, and it just wouldn't be as efficient as using it as a sales and repair.
Is there anyone here in the audience that wants to give testimonies? Come on up.
Yes, ma'am. Gentlemen, this isn't a
Your name, please.
personal. Oh, Ronnie Elman. I live across the street,
Pull that microphone right over to you.
What's
3
your,
houses down from.
Ronald?
This isn't a personal issue because I don't know. I've lived there over 30 years. My 2 sons and I had 2 very successful garages that were completely legal, one on Gibson Street and one on Lackawanna. Garages are dirty, nasty, loud. You can't help it. Machinery going, your machinery inside going. This is a residential neighborhood. Before this gentleman moved in was a car lot. They didn't repair because my son and I did their repairs. Then they moved, I think out in Pittston or someplace, they moved. All the years Mr. Smith has been there, he never once did the snow removal in front. I've had 4 different dogs. I've walked that neighborhood. They're older houses that everybody is trying their best to keep up. He wouldn't be a positive in this neighborhood. Like I said, it's not a personal thing. I had a garage, and I know garages, but I'm trying not to offend him and get him mad at me because he's a neighbor. The last thing this neighborhood needs is a garage. Across the street's a closed pizza house with an apartment. Both sides of it are houses. Across the street's the houses. Behind it is a senior woman that's lived there as long as I have. You never see her. That's only like 30 feet from their back door. And she is quiet as a mouse. Her yard is perfect if you go down Troop Street. And Troop Street is busy because people come and go trying to avoid the traffic light. It's bad enough as it is without having additional unnecessary traffic. I think if Mr. Smith needs a garage someplace, let him put it across the street from his house, because I don't want it by mine. Thank you.
Mr. Ellman, real quick. Mr. Ellman, what were those garages used for?
Well, one man used it, I forgot his name. He had some, he just used it for storage for cars. Then the used car lot moved in, I don't know, a dozen years ago. And like I said, he did real well there, but he found a better location with a garage. I forget, I think it was on Pittston or someplace. He might still be there, I don't know. But like I said, if anybody knows garages, I worked for Mr. DeNaples almost all my working days, and that's where we got cars and repairs and so forth.
I mean,
This neighborhood isn't the place to have a garage. They've been tinkering and working on small things for years that I don't see any harm in it, or I would have complained, or somebody would have complained. Like I said, that's not the problem. An overall garage is the problem, like he wants it, like he needs.
Mr. Ellman, I know you said you don't know this gentleman, and would it be beneficial? Are you just totally against it, or could we table this and maybe you guys could get to know one each, and he can tell you what his plan is for the place, and maybe get to know him a little bit and see what he's about?
That neighborhood's already taken some hits as far as home values go. It's getting run down, and there's a lot. My block, just my block, at the end of 2600 block, are 3 vacant houses. One guy died. I don't know what they're going to do. The next one's been condemned for 2 years. I don't know if they ever come in here. I don't know the story. And the one next to it's vacant. And across the street, I don't know the address. The man keeps working on it when he gets some money. It's been vacant for probably 2 years.
Mr. Ellman,
That's
I got a
on
question.
one block of a dozen houses. There's 4 empties.
I have a question for you. You said that previously there wasn't a place when they did, it was a car lot and nobody worked on the garages, but you and your brother or whatever used to work on the cars at that place when you were younger? Is that what you said?
Well, like I said, I don't want to get him offended at me. If he wants to stay there like he is, he's more welcome as far as I'm concerned. But to do a garage like he wants and maybe he needs shouldn't be allowed in such a residential area.
Did you used to work on cars in that building? Did you work on vehicles in that garage previously? Did you do repairs on vehicles in that property?
Well, I'm just speaking for myself. I say Mr. Marciano has a business he runs from the house up the street. I didn't say nothing to him, and I saw him yesterday. I don't know how anybody else in the neighborhood feels.
Mr. Ellman, just one last question. Looking at the garage, if you're standing in front of it, looking in at it, is there a house to the right side of it? There a home?
I'm across the street.
No, listen to me. If you're standing on Main Avenue looking at that garage,
Yes, sir.
is there a house to the right of that? Is there a
There's a
home to the right
house.
of it?
I
Yes.
guess you could ask him, maybe 30 feet, 40 feet behind it, the old lady's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if you've ever met her. I've been 30 years. I've seen her 2-3 times.
I've known her very well for 15
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Her and her daughter, we speak a lot.
Yeah. I didn't know she was still living. The neighbor next door told me during the summer she's still around. Thank you.
I may be able to address some of those things too, if I have a minute. For the last 5 years, we have not occupied the garage in any real sense. So it really just became storage. And yes, that part of Main Street is tough in the winter. The front of that property needs to be cleared of snow, and there's nowhere to put it. We actually had a skid steer on site for a couple of years, and we would pick up all the snow in the front lot, take it to the back lot, and dump it in a trailer and hope it would thaw. Once we weren't there on a regular basis, we really didn't do much at the property, and it's unfortunate, but that's why I really want to get a renter in there so it can become an active part of the community, not just a lot that used to be car sales or used to be auto repair, and now it's just 3 dead cars sitting in the front lot that, you know, are attracting guys walking by to steal catalytic converters. You know, we've got a security system now at the shop, which we have had in the past. Every time there's an accident in front, they come knocking on my door. Do you have footage of the accident? Yes, I do. Do you have footage of this? Yep, we do. So it really is, to his point, better for the community and the neighborhood moving forward that it is an active business. I do know the property I believe that he lives at. I have seen him and his dog walking by. I've interacted with him a little bit, but because he's not really a direct neighbor to me, I don't know him as well as I know all my direct neighbors. And yes, there is a property to the right of my garage. 30 feet might even be an exaggeration. It might be, it's between 30 and 40 feet away, I believe. That's a rental building. We know the owner, we know the tenants that live there. They parked on our lot for 2 years straight because they needed a parking spot. Same with the lady that lives behind me. She's upper 90s. I've known her for 15 years. We cut her grass when needed. Her daughter comes and talks to me. We're friendly with them and all the neighbors, really.
I think his biggest complaint is the noise generated by the repair
Right.
machinery. Maybe Mr. McIntyre could address that.
So, there is no heavy machinery being ran there except the skid steer, and it's always along business hours. Maybe some of the noise that this gentleman's complaining about is the tenant previous.
I don't think he's worried about previous noise. He's worried about the new noise,
Right.
compressors, impact guns.
Which I've had a large compressor. It's probably the nicest, quietest compressor you've ever heard. I bought it from an estate sale where a business was going out of business, and it is as tall as I am, and it is literally silent. We have 3 garage bay doors that are all insulated, and that's on the back of the property. If anybody would have complained up till now, it would have been the lady behind us. She would have even said something to me, and I talk to her regularly when I'm in the back lot and she's walking in her yard, and she has never said anything to us about the noise. And she's in bed by 7 o'clock. I see her lights go out 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, so it's not like we're trying to extend the hours. We're really just trying to use the property as it's best suited.
I'd also like to say that the surrounding neighbors in the back of the property, I have talked to most of them, and they're all very, they all do respect. I'm respecting them, and they're all very nice to me. So I actually have them. They actually come up to me and they tell me they want to give me work, and they ask them how I'm doing all the time. So I wasn't totally aware of this gentleman right here. But his house is about 150 yards across the street, 3 houses down. So I'm definitely not making any noise that would interrupt anyone like that.
Let me answer. My concern is going to be it being in the neighborhood. We just turned one down up in in South Scranton, either last meeting or the meeting before, same type of setup, a garage coming into a neighborhood, and we turned it down for the noise issue that the neighbors had a concern with. And Mr. Elman might live 100 yards away or 100 feet away. It still can be an issue with air guns going and items like that. But we'll see how this goes. I mean, if we're going to do something like that, and it's up to the rest of the board, but contingencies on for the hours of operation, lights on the building, the number of cars can sit on that lot. But again, my main concern is going to be sitting in the neighborhood. So, I don't know if anybody else has anything.
And that garage has been in that neighborhood for,
I understand, but it hasn't been a repair garage. Now it's going to be a
And
repair
obviously,
garage.
it hasn't been
I think it
operating for...
was a repair garage, it just wasn't zoned as a repair garage.
Right.
Or it lost.
But I mean, we're here tonight for today.
Yeah, I got it.
You know.
Right, for today moving forward. My one thing is on the front, you're pretty close to, if you park cars in front, you're pretty close to encroaching on the sidewalk. And that's an issue I have, is if you're selling vehicles and they're parked in front, depending on the length of the vehicle, whether it's 15, 19, at what point will you be encroaching the sidewalk? And also how many cars you would have in the front? Like maybe no more than 4 or 5, you're pushing it?
Yeah, that's all you can fit in the front. There is space between the cars and the road for the sidewalk to pass by, which is where he walks his dog when he goes by. The problem was we just weren't shoveling that area because we just weren't at the property in the winter.
And how about hours of operation? What did you state you want
8:30
to,
to
I mean,
5:30.
generally, an auto business?
Yeah, 8:30 to 5:30, yes.
And all the work really would be done inside the bays. While I understand sometimes things happen and you're, changing a tire out in the back lot, with 3 big 13-foot high bays and a lift inside, that's where you're going to want to work.
It's understandable you would do work outside on a nice day, of course. You would, I would.
And we're looking at the requirements for a variance, and you don't meet any of them. There's no unique circumstances or conditions as for the property size. Necessary hardship has not been created by you. The variance it will alter the neighborhood because of noise and such, and there's no economic hardship that we can even look at in a variance. I'm going to make a motion.
A second.
On the motion, Mr. Gattens.
My concern is naturally the neighborhoods. Part of our role here naturally is to, hear every case separate and everything, but that does sit in the middle of a neighborhood. I know garages can be loud, and again, we turned a similar situation down in South Scranton last month or the month before, I'm not sure, of a garage open in a neighborhood, and to remain consistent, I'm going to be voting no.
Mr. Welby.
I'm basically looking at what it's been, what it's always been, period. Driving by that all our lives, it's always been a garage, and if you keep your hours straight, I'll vote yes.
Mr. Walsh.
I'm going to vote no. 2 to 1, you've been denied. Can we call the next case, please?
Case number 3554 Back Street Incorporated seeks variance to add residential unit and former storefront at 554 Back Street, R10 zone.
Gentlemen. I do. Sean Bingham, Scranton Redison, taxpayer. How you doing tonight? We're here tonight to ask for a variance on Back Street. We have a resident upstairs. At some point in time, there was a storefront underneath us. It's 18 by 24, which we believe falls 432 square feet, which will fall into like a little studio apartment underneath it. Has its own entrance, own exit. We have parking off to the left, which is off-street parking. And coincidentally enough, across the street, we're building 3 brand-new homes. We already have 1 built and sold, and we just broke ground on the second one, and then we'll have another one in the middle. So we're kind of, that neighborhood was like, you know, there was a house dilapidated on the corner. We brought that neighborhood back to life over there. We're not trying to add anything. We just have, we have parking off the side, so we won't, you know, impede on any parking for the neighbors. So, yes.
There's no windows in that basement at all.
Right, so on the right side, you'll be able to get a window, and then the front will be our egress to get out of it.
How many square feet is that, Chuck?
Well, it's 16, but there's when you go in the door, you can take that wall down. So it'd be 18 by 24, which is 432 square feet, it's 300 to 600 for a studio apartment, which kind of falls. It's 432. All the apartments downtown are 400, and 400, right around the 400 mark.
Where, downtown, you said?
Yeah, like the studio apartments. We just did a 12-unit Vine Street, around Vine Street, 12 units on the old Bert Sherman home. Did you see that one's done?
No.
They're 400 square foot apartment, $1,200 a month. So, I mean, it's right downtown Scranton.
So you're doing illegal apartments, is that what you're telling us?
Oh, no, they're legal. It's 400 square feet.
I'm only teasing
It's right
you,
on
Chuck.
Zillow. Look it up. You'll see it right on Zillow, 400 square feet. Mr. King, what is the... What would be the square footage for a studio apartment, for like an efficiency apartment, rather? 300 to 600? Falls within there, right?
4, 5, 6, yeah.
We fall within the confines of it, but look, it was a storefront. It's not doing anything. We could get a window in there, like we said, on the front.
Where's all the utilities, in the basement?
Yeah, so what it'll be, we'll have to add a unit. As soon as you walk in the door, there's an electrical unit there. That'll have to be moved upstairs, and then they'll get their own for the basement. It'd be easier to move that one up and add a new one downstairs.
Is there a furnace involved?
Furnace is in the back.
Okay. So you're
they'll-
cutting off the square footage with the utilities down there?
No, they have to have access to the utilities, right?
Okay.
They'll have their box upstairs.
Yeah.
The furnace, you go in the back. Did you go down the house?
Yes, I did.
Did you go around the back?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you pull up them steps, the furnace is right at the bottom of those steps.
So where's the second exit door?
Well, you'd go out there. So if you walk in the front door, you walk straight through. There's a doorway that goes out into the furnace room and then out the back.
You're going to change that door out and make it
Well,
something different than what it
You really
is?
wouldn't, I think you only need one egress. It's the first floor. I don't think you would need a second egress. We have one, which would be the Bilko door. Or no? I mean, would you want a regular door there? If you want to, whatever you want. If we
I was
need it,
living
we
in there, I
need
want
it.
a
If we
different
don't,
door,
we
I can tell you
don't.
that.
What's that?
If I was living there, I want a different door.
It's a door. So if I go through, there's a door, and then you got to go up the steps out of a Bilko door.
Yeah.
I just don't know how we would. We'd have to build something over the Bilko instead of just the Bilko. You'd rather walk up the steps and open the door and exit. Is what you're saying? We would do that. No problem.
How many bedrooms? One bedroom?
Oh yeah, it's like kitchenette. You know, your bedroom and your living room is all in one. There's no walls. It's just one wide open space.
So that there is no, I guess, the new book here, there is no minimum on the square footage anymore, is that correct?
That's correct. There are some minimums.
300.
It's probably just easier if I read it. Each dwelling unit shall have a minimum floor area with rooms that meet or exceed the International Residential Building Code from 2018, minimum room standards. And it contains at least one room of 120 square feet, one bathroom of at least 70 square feet. All floor area shall have a floor-to-ceiling height clearance of at least 6 feet 8 inches that's unobstructed by pipes, ducts, or other intrusions. All floor area shall be heated and enclosed. A minimum of 50% of the floor area of such required floor area shall be located above the average surrounding ground level.
So it's tough for us to say if 50%, I mean, a lot of that is underground, I would think, correct?
I would say, I mean, I'm not going to split hairs if it's under 50 or if it's over 50, but you're right. You walk down the steps, you go into the doorway. Now, from the outside, like you said, we don't have windows to determine where, but we have a window in the front. I don't know exactly how deep it is in the ground. Maybe we figured if we can get one in there, we'll do it, but if not, we're not going to do it illegally.
I just have a hard time with basement apartments. I think you know that from the past, different things.
No, and I understand that. We did one over on Prospect Avenue. Same concept. There was a bar there at one time, and same deal. It was underground. You know, we got that done, and we actually did a really nice job over there. We did. It's done.
But that one was, it did look good. That was more above grade. This one is.
No, that's even.
This one is completely below grade.
That one was under grade too. We just had that little slider window on the side. That's all we had there. So it was more than 50%, but.
Yeah, because when you go down the steps in the front.
Right.
The walls are already up. I mean, for a percentage of being below grade, it's a seller. Yeah, it used to be a storefront, you know.
Oh yeah, it was a store at one time. Yeah.
But
That's what it originally was a store?
Yeah, it was a store there.
some kind of a store.
So I mean, we have the height here. If we have everything, we have 6 out of 7 things. If we're more than 50% underground, we have the 6'8", the height downstairs. People will use it as a store at one time. We're willing to conform to your exit out the back. You know, do whatever. If we can get a window on the side to get sunlight in there, we would certainly do that. You know, we can't go. See, the house is so. I don't even know what's like to the right of it, because we don't want to impede on the people's property and dig down, because I'm sure you would be able to. I mean, I would be able to take the right side down. The left side, no, because that's the steps that goes up to the side of the house, you know? But I don't know.
Is anyone here to give testimony on this case? There's not.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. There'd have to be a new certificate of occupancy for that
Absolutely.
space.
It would be done. We'll probably have to give you a set of prints, because we're willing to conform to that. We'll get you whatever you need, 100%. We do it with all the rest of them.
So I'm going to put a contingency on what we spoke about. I want a realistic back door put in there.
100%.
You know, don't be giving Bilko any business.
How many units will be in that building then?
Oh, no, so the second floor has a first and a second floor. That's just, so it's, you walk in, it's really nice too. It's a really nice house.
So it'll be 2 units when you're done?
Right, there'll be first floor, it has a second floor, so it'll be up and down for that, just 1 unit, and then underneath it was just, you know, a basement store.
And how many off-street parking did you have there?
Well, I'm only going to call it 1. I think we could call it 2, but I'm going to call it 1, which is all I really would need. It's blacktopped and everything, because there was a basketball court there, maybe for the kids that lived there prior to it. It's fenced in. There's a fence that closes it off, you know, and then, you know, there's really not a lot of houses on that block, but I know you can't use the street, and I told you, we're building 3 houses across the street right now, back street, 541, 543, and 545. We're building 3 brand new ones.
I'll make a motion with the contingency for the door.
Could we put a contingency on a window? Is there a window necessary?
In that basement, yeah, there's got to be windows in there.
Mr. Welby, all due respect, that big window in the front, that will be changed out, probably to put a slider in there, like a fire egress window, which would be 5.7 square feet. So in case a fire ever broke out, a fireman needs to get into that window. We have that. You know, it's got a big window in it. We'll take that window out. We'll put a slider in there. This way, you know.
What about Sean, what about down the side of the building?
Well, the side of the building, I don't know how high it is. If I can get so for light, you mean for light. The left side is dead.
Yeah, I know.
The left side's dead.
I like to see a second window on the side.
If I can do it, I'll put it in the plans. If the architect says, you know, I don't know how far, if I'm not impeding on the people's thing, we'll dig that down 1 foot, 2 foot. We'll dig it down.
Is there a house on the right of that, or is it the road on the right?
Pardon?
Is there a house on the right side?
Yeah. But if I'm looking at, I don't want to pull my phone out, because I can Google map it and see, but there's a house, our house, and then there's a ranch house on the corner. So I think there's about 15 feet in between it. I just can't think of it right now.
Why can't you put on the left on your property or their property you're not going to be digging down that much to get to a window, just grade
No,
it
right,
back.
but as Mr. King will tell you, I can't impede on their property, and I
But
can't
it's-
lower my ground where, then,
No, but I mean, it's their own property you're impeding on.
no, right, but there's an easement, I'm sure that's an easement that's.
Well, you have a driveway. The driveway's there.
No, the driveway's on the left.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I should say on the left side, put the window.
Oh, no, yeah, you have the blacktop that goes up, then you have steps that go up to the first floor, so that whole thing is.
Get a window in there.
Yeah,
On the right.
Well, I don't care where you put it, get a
If the
second window.
architect says I can get it in there, I promise you,
Well, we're going to put a contingency for a second window installation in there. So you
Yeah,
have
on
the
the
door
high-
and the window.
On the high side, definitely not, because it's on a
no,
hill.
right, I know what you mean, you just want a light.
Just get a light in there or
got it.
something, you know?
I'll get some, I'll
Just
blow a
a-
hole right in the foundation if I have to.
Just a basement hopper or whatever. The front door, you got a 6'8" clearance on that?
Yeah, well, there's like 7 foot inside. Don't forget it was a store, so they, you used it for,
We were shorter back
it was a
then.
regular, yeah. people-
All right. All right.
All right,
That's
I'll
what the
sec-
contingency is for the back door and a second window installed on either the left or right-hand side.
I'll second that.
Mr. Gattens?
Yes.
Mr. Welby?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes, 3-0, you've been approved. Good luck.
Thank you, gentlemen. I have the next one, too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this one's easy. The neighbors should love the fact what we're gonna do with this building here. This building once sold the best ham and cheese sandwiches in town. I think it was called DNS. They were the best hoagies ever when I was a kid. On Landis, down from Carmano's, right on the corner there. You know what I'm talking? The little, it used to be DNS Market. Do you remember that? Tim, who's that, Tim? He said the best hoagies. We want to convert that to a house. Memory Lane, Mr. Gattens. We're going down memory lane here.
All right. Case number 4, 1028, 1030 SNYDER Ave LLC seeks variance to convert commercial space to residential unit at 1028-1030 Snyder Avenue, R10 zone.
Gentlemen, like I just alluded to, I have a building, 1028 Snyder Avenue runs north of Landis. So on the corner, we own 1028, the house in the back as well. So the store comes with it. So the house is on Landis, but this is on, what is it, Snyder?
Schneider.
1028 Snyder, but then the building goes this way, so that technically is on Landis, however, it comes up in their books as Snyder. I got plenty of parking on the left side. I could put 4 cars if I wanted to. It's 22 by 40. I have a ton of square. 1 unit, just 1 single apartment, just 1. No more than that. No 2, split it in half, 600, 600. We're not doing that. Just 1 unit. Boom. 2 exits, 1 in the front, 1 in the back. It's all there. Did you go by it and see it? It's really dilapidated. Bad. We're going to make it look really, really nice. We will do a good job there. Again, architectural drawing. City will come in and inspect and approve. And the neighbors should actually be happy that we're doing that. I don't even know if it's condemned. It might be condemned right now. No, it's not, but there's probably should be. I know the house behind it. No, the house behind it is condemned, 1028.
Is there anyone here to give testimony on this case? There is not. Obviously, Mr. King, this will go through the same process, right?
Yep.
Yes.
How many units are you looking at?
No,
Just one.
Well, ultimately after that, I think it'll be 3 or 4 units because that 1028 is on the same deed. But that particular building will be 1 unit, front door, back door. And it's believe it or not, you walk in, there's like a big void underneath the ground, so it might even be a step, and we haven't decided what we'll do, like you step down into it, step down into the place. It'll be nice.
I know the building. I grew up a block away. That was my
be
corner
nice.
store as a kid, Timmy's Market, before.
Yeah, I'm a little younger than you, Mr. Welby.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that motion.
Mr. Gattens?
Yes.
Mr. Welby?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes,
Gentlemen, thank you.
3-0. Good luck. You're approved.
2 for 2, Sean.
Call the next case, please.
Case number 5, Mario Lambruni seeks variance to convert 2-family home to 3-family home at 1221-1223 Washburn Street, R10 zone.
Yes. I'm Mario Leon Bruni. My address is 748 Lake Spangenberg Road, Jefferson Township, PA, 18436.
You may proceed, Mario.
I'm here today. I have a property at 1221, 1223 Washburn Street. It's currently a three-family house. It was a three-family house when I bought it. My parents owned it before me. It was a three-family house when they bought it. So I'm just here to ask for variance to keep it a three-family as it is now.
Now, go ahead, I'm sorry. Now, was that condemned? Is that why it went back? Was it out, was it a three-unit before? Grandfathered in that way, or multifamily or stuff?
I don't know.
I mean, there's 3-meter bases, there's 3 gas hookups that have been on there for a while, you can see.
How many years between you and your parents have you owned that property?
I bought it in 1990.
And they
They
had it
bought
for,
it, I believe, 54 maybe, somewhere around
and it's
there.
been at 3 since 50s. It's been
Since
3.
they bought it, yes.
How long has it been empty? It's empty, right?
It's been, yes, it's empty. It's been empty at least 5 years, maybe longer. It was empty prior. It's condemned now. I think it's condemned maybe 2 years. The issue with the house is the porch, and I've been having an issue with contractors doing the project. So it's kind of, I'm at a stalemate. Unfortunately, I'd love to do the project myself, but the city won't allow me to work on my house if I don't live there. So I'm kind of at the mercy of the contractors, and I've gone through several of them that have not started the job, and then I move on to somebody else, and I go through the same routine. So the place is vacant. It was vacant prior to it being condemned because I wanted to fix the porch before I had any tenants in there. I can't tell you how long ago. I don't know exactly how long it's been.
There's parking in the rear of that, right? There's an
There's
alleyway that leads you
There's a
into there?
parking area approximately 18, for the cars that is. There's a larger area for the yard, but for the cars, approximately 18 by 37. So there's off-street parking.
And then, Mr. King, since it is condemned, he's going to have to go through the whole process of bringing the whole building up to code, correct?
Oh, yeah. Again, there'll be a general inspection of the whole building before they issue a new certificate of occupancy when it comes out of condemnation.
Okay.
The reason he has to get the permission here is
To get
because of
started.
condemnation, it goes back to what the zoning allows, which is 2.
Yeah.
So that's why he needs the 3rd from us.
Okay.
Yeah, and in our records, the last time it was registered for rental, 2019, it was registered for 2 units. And the trash bills, they've been paying for 2 trash units, 21, 22, and 23. That's the only records we have.
A lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Is there anyone here in the audience to give testimony in this case? There is not.
I'll make a motion, I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
Okay, I'll second.
On the motion, Mr. Gattens?
Yes.
Mr. Welby?
Yes?
Mr. Walsh?
Yes, voted 3-0. You've been approved. Good luck.
Thank you.
Meeting adjourned.